My name is Shaina, for those of you that don't know me, of Redefine Beauty by Shaina. Here I am. You're going to get all of me today. I'm going to sip my coffee, but then we're going to do this face because it needs some help. I have a little pressed shadow look for you today, but first, we're going to do all of this. All right, so we're going to use pressed shadows. These little guys come in sets of 4, 8. You can even buy them separately in their own little compact, or you can buy refills for each of these. I'm going to be using these 4 colors. This one is one of my favorites, Optimistic, Nimble, Ostentatious, and Marvelous. So I'm going to give myself just a little pop of color today, but I'm going to kind of keep it neutral up until that point. Are you ready for this? This is going to be fun. All right, so we're going to use pressed shadows. These little guys come in sets of 4, 8. You can even buy them separately in their own little compact, or you can buy refills for each of these. I'm going to be using these 4 colors. This one is one of my favorites, Optimistic, Nimble, Ostentatious, and Marvelous. So I'm going to give myself just a little pop of color today, but I'm going to kind of keep it neutral up until that point. Are you ready for this? This is going to be fun. All right, we're going to start by using Optimistic all over my lower lid. Okay, are you ready? We're ready. I have a little like cheat sheet in front of me, so I'm gonna keep going back to that a little bit here and there. But I'm using just a simple fluffy brush to put this all over my lid. This is super, super shimmery, very pigmented white, cream, if you will. This is absolutely one of my favorite highlight colors. I don't often put it all over, but for this particular look, we're gonna give it a shot. Don't forget the inner corner. You're gonna give yourself like an instant eye lift if you brighten up, highlight that inner corner. All right, next for the bright, bright color, my little pop. I am going to take, let me find my brush. I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush, right? This one is pretty compacted as opposed to the one I just used. If you look at the different bristles, okay, this one's much more fluffy, a lot more movement. This one's a little bit soft, a little bit more firm. It's going to give me a little bit more control over my makeup. So I am grabbing Ostentatious, not ambiguous, Ostentatious. I'm not going crazy in grabbing color. I'm just tapping. These pigments are, shadows are super pigmented, so you want to be careful. Don't go crazy. Grab a little bit at a time. You can always add more, okay? So we're just tapping. And I'm going to go about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way in, and then just in the lower lid. And I'm tapping to start because I just want to deposit that color. I want control over my makeup. Sorry for what sounds like a giant in my living room downstairs, but it's my daughter. And potentially you can hear SpongeBob. All right, so we're getting pop of color here. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Bringing it in. Okay, Look at that brightness. All right, so the next step, we're gonna take Nimble, and I am going to grab more of a traditional brush. This one's just an eyeshadow brush, nothing fancy, but it has more slim bristles. And I'm gonna take Nimble, which is this matte medium brown right here, and I'm just gonna load it on my brush. And this is going to be considered like a transition color. So I am putting that just around, kind of like a backward 7, around ostentatious. Don't worry, it looks a little silly right now, but we're gonna blend in a second. Okay, are you ready to blend? Clean off your fluffy brush. I have a towel on my lap, always do, just in case, okay? So you're gonna take that brush and you're gonna work in a windshield wiper motion to blend those colors together. If you want more impact, you could add more color. If you want it to be softer, blend a little more. All right, see, you're seeing that softness come in? I'm gonna add just a little more. Actually, I'm probably gonna add a little more of both colors, but I'm gonna start with Nimble. I wanna bring that transition color up just a little bit. Personally, for myself, I like my transition color to come up a little higher. And then I'm going back to my fluff, and I'm blending out. All right, I'm gonna take that same brush, clean it off. I want a little more impact for my pop of color. So I'm pressing that on my lid. And if you get too much, don't worry. Grab your fluffy brush and blend it out. Okay, I'm gonna take my fluffy, just a little. Okay, perfect. I'm liking the look. Really digging that little extra pop. Okay, next step and last step for your shadow. We're gonna grab a smaller, maybe a liner brush. I feel like a liner brush would work really good. So this is my liner shader brush. Sorry, I'm taking it out of the plastic because it's brandy new. Liner shader brush. So on the end, you have your liner. This one's your shader. I'm gonna do the liner side, and I'm gonna take my rose water, and I'm spritzing that on the brush itself because I really want this to give the Marvelous, the dark brown, more of a liner impact. So if your brush is a little bit wet, you pick up your product right there. And you can literally use it like an eyeliner, almost like a liquid liner. I'm gonna bring a little bit just to shade it down into my lower lashes. I don't want them to be too dark, and I'm not going all the way across. We're just doing the first like quarter. That's just gonna give me a little bit of depth at the bottom, but not so much that it looks like I have closed my eyes in with eyeliner. You have to be careful when you're putting on eyeliner, not to go all the way across or else your eyes will look smaller. Nobody wants smaller eyes. We all want bigger eyes, right? All right, looking good. If you want to soften anything, grab your fluffy brush, go back. The only thing I'm going to do extra is I'm going to add just a little bit more highlight on my brow bone after I do my eyebrows. So let's do that step next, okay? Let's get our eyebrows going. I personally use two different, what are these? Eyebrow liners. God, I don't have the words today. I can't talk. So I use two different brow liners. I'm going to use the dark liner first. I line underneath my brow. And along the tail with the dark. Find that arch. And then we're going to grab the medium color. This is when I fill in. The step not to forget, go to the spoolie end and brush those bad boys out. Make sure you soften up any lines. I always use a more flicking motion so that they look more realistic, less like they're penciled on. Then you soften them up and you're good to go. All right, last step. Remember I said I'm going to add a little bit more highlight. I'm going to go back and bring that right up into that arch and inner corner. My last step for my eyes is going to be my primer and my mascara. So hold on. Ready? There you have it. Eyelashes done, lips done. Now all we have to do is setting spray. Are you ready? We're gonna get our little bouge on, right? This is my favorite part. Where I break out my fan. Okay, ready for this. Let's do it. Set that makeup. It's not gonna go anywhere all day. Break out the little fan. And then you're done. Enjoy your look. And then I'll post selfies in the end of the video. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. You know the drill. That's where I'm at. I'll see you guys later.